Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Orange Zeppelin and today we are looking at something that I think is very seasonal for the Halloween month of October spooky season. It's also something very mysterious and I've showed it off before. I just feel like this is the kind of thing that deserves another look. This is a mysterious item that I came across several years ago at my college library book sale, and the librarians did not know what this was. It was only 10 cents, which was quite the steal, and as you notice, there are absolutely no identifying characteristics on this at all. So, what exactly is this? We're just gonna see. Right off the bat, we are greeted with a message, very pumpkin, thanks AD MH. And MH, let's actually take a look at our illustration here. I think this is, they probably, whoever made this, AD I presume, I think they just photocopied this from some other source and then the pumpkin was added in, because you can see it's kind of like Photoshop, but not exactly. And I do know for a fact Photoshop was not involved based off of pretty much the one clue I have about this book. The only other identifying information we have is this right here, and that might even not really mean anything. It might have just been something that was printed on this cardboard. But this is, as you will see, it is a collection of pumpkin-themed illustrations, like little one-panel comics, and almost everything in here is pumpkin-themed. As you can see, we've got maybe the first pumpkin to cross the Atlantic, maybe the first pumpkin to cross the Pacific. Right off the bat, I'm going to be that person. I'm going to complain. This pumpkin, based off of the way it's been illustrated, this pumpkin is going across the Atlantic from Europe to the United States, and then this pumpkin seems to be going from the US back to Japan and China. So this right here implies that the pumpkin came from the old world to the new, which is not where pumpkins came from. Pumpkins are a new world crop. So I'm going to have to ding some points on their illustration for their historical inaccuracy. This does not have pumpkins, but it has something. It is the toilet paper mystery, and I do really like the line art on these. I feel like this person took a Sharpie and did everything with maybe a couple different Sharpies. I feel like they had a nice, fresh, juicy Sharpie, for lack of a better word, and then this might not even have been just fading from photocopy. I think some of this might have just been they took an older, dried out Sharpie so they could get a lighter line. That's something I've done before. So we have some more pumpkin-themed something, a fat, cool one. Again, I like the texturing they have going on in the background. Ipana range, I feel like the first time I looked through this, I did not get the joke, and then I did figure out Ipana is a toothpaste, or at least was a toothpaste brand. I registered these as paint tubes, because that's the realm of existence where my brain occupies. But Ipana range, these are toothpaste tubes. I don't know what the joke is. I think that's an apt description of this entire collection. Is I'm not sure what the joke is, or if there really is one. So we've got the hydrants falling through the room. I do like this scene, even though it's just like a super simple composition. No crazy frills. The hatching style is really simple. It's simple but effective. You get, yes, we are in a room, we've got some hydrants. They're portaling through the room. I don't know why, but you know what's happening. But of course, it's not complete unless we have a pumpkin. Okay, so now you'll notice the molecular structure of pumpkins, but this right here, I don't even know if you can see it at all. And I've made a little note at what I can sort of deduce. This is my only clue as to who brought this pumpkin collection into being. I know that MH is the person's initials. I can see the copyright, something that could be Hicker or Hacker, and then I'm pretty sure I do see a 76. So I think we're looking at some 1976 vintage pumpkin art that I guess just ended up in my college's library and floated there for decades to confuse and delight future generations who are gazing upon this pumpkin on the toilet with that toilet brush just sitting directly on the floor where disease and pestilence can spread into the carpetry. This I don't get. Pornographic peddler, I don't know if there's like phallic shapes I'm supposed to be seeing in this bike. I don't get it. We have an alien pumpkin. In case you did not have an idea for a Halloween costume, you could go as UFO Pumpkin Man. It was very good. It's a very good idea. We have the Ku Klux cow as opposed to Ku Klux cat. Random assorted K words. It's Ku Klux Klan, but maybe this is an entirely different organization that this cow. Maybe the Ku Klux is the cow version, and I just don't know. Here's people being skewered. Stitch in time saves 9. Now we have the predatory pumpkin approaches the flying fruit, part 1, followed by predatory pumpkin approaches the flying fruit, part 2. And I don't know if he has secretly chained them down in the past and they did not realize that. I'm not sure. I think, like I said, I'm not sure is the best way to describe what I'm looking at here. In Death Valley, we see the lowest form of art. One lighter with an idea. I think this is supposed to be a take on a light bulb as a representation of suddenly developing an idea. In this case, it is the spark of a lighter, I think. And then this loops back. We ended right where we started with me complaining about historical accuracy. We are actually, this is very timely because yesterday was Columbus Day and now we have Columbus here discovering America on a pumpkin. Exactly what I complained about before. Pumpkins are a new world crop. I don't know how Columbus found this pumpkin so he could go to America on it. The pumpkin floated across the Atlantic Ocean and showed up in Spain, and Columbus is like, what the hell is that? We're riding across the ocean, and that's how it happened. That is a true story. I guess that's how I'm rationalizing this. But that was the last illustration in this strange collection that just continues to elude me, created by, I'm assuming, somebody with the initials MH back in the 1970s. So thank you, unknown human being from the 70s. You have created something very interesting. That's probably gonna be the best and only amazing thing that I can buy for only 10 cents. Seriously, you get some pretty amazing things from library book sales. I got some good sci-fi books from a book sale, but the pumpkin art, I think, tops the list. So on that note, I'm going to conclude our journey through this collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely October, and I hope you do something pumpkin-y.